To the ancient alchemists, the universe's greatest creative force was not hidden in distant stars or unfathomable depths, but within the human body itself. This energy has the power to transmute ordinary desire into sacred creation, or to drag the soul into chaos and destruction. They called it the alchemy of sexual energy. For centuries, this knowledge was suppressed by religion, sealed away by the church, and even today remains one of humanity's most forbidden subjects. Yet, if you can understand it and master it, you will hold in your hands the very key to shaping reality. In the world's oldest civilizations, sex was never a synonym for shame. It was revered as the symbol of creation and the eternal cycle of life. In ancient Egypt, priests believed that by uniting masculine and feminine energies, they could connect with the primordial forces of the cosmos, even altering the destiny of dynasties. In India, tantric practitioners treated sexual energy as a sacred bridge, not only refining the body, but also the soul, transmuting the fire of desire into the light of spirit. Hermetic teachings carried this truth further. As above, so below. Just as the universe gives birth to creation, so too does humanity carry within itself the hidden power to create. Sexual energy was the secret passageway to that divine force. But with the rise of religious authority, sex and desire were branded with the mark of sin. Knowledge was banned, sacred texts were burned, and these practices were driven into the shadows. The medieval church understood one thing all too well. If people ever learned to master their own creative power, they would no longer be bound by external control. Today, this ancient knowledge is resurfacing. But before we can understand how to practice it, we must first ask, what is sexual energy truly? In the esoteric tradition, sexual energy is known as the primordial flame. It is not merely a bodily impulse, but the deepest creative force within life itself. When this energy is squandered on unconscious desire, it brings only fleeting pleasure, followed by emptiness and imbalance. But if you can preserve it, if you can transmute it, it becomes the very fuel for the soul's evolution, a fire that drives you to create art, awaken wisdom, and even manifest your own reality. Modern science, too, offers its confirmation. When humans experience desire, the brain releases dopamine, a chemical not only tied to pleasure, but also directly linked to motivation, creativity, and the ability to learn. In other words, desire itself is not the enemy. The real question is this: are you controlled by it, or can you master this energy and make it your own? Many of the world's greatest artists and thinkers unconsciously practice the sublimation of sexual energy. Leonardo da Vinci once wrote, "The true creator does not squander passion, but transforms it into masterpieces." This is the very essence of ancient alchemy, the art of transmutation. And now let us unveil its threefold secret: preserve, transmute, manifest. The ancient alchemists believed that sexual energy is like a primordial flame. Only through the sacred three-step process can it be elevated from raw desire into creation and power. Step 1. Preservation. Most people unconsciously dissipate their sexual energy every day through fantasy, indulgence, or emotional outbursts, burning the inner flame in an instant. The ancient adepts, however, practiced discipline and awareness, sealing this energy within, like alchemists guarding the sacred fire of the furnace. Preservation is not repression, It is the art of keeping the energy whole, intact, and potent, preparing it for the next stage of transformation. Step 2. Transformation. Through breath, meditation, mantra, or ritual, sexual energy can be lifted from mere physical desire to the realms of creativity and spirit. Tantric practitioners used partner meditations, alchemists employed sacred symbols and rhythmic breathing, while modern seekers can practice a simple spinal breath. On the inhale, visualize the energy rising from the lower abdomen up along the spine. On the exhale, see it blossoming into light within the heart and crown. This is the process of transmuting desire into willpower and creative force, a turning of raw fire into divine illumination. The final step, manifestation. When energy has been purified and focused, it can be directed toward shaping the reality you wish to create, whether an artwork, a business vision, or a profound spiritual awakening. In this stage, your thoughts and will become the final catalyst in the alchemical furnace. Hermes once declared, "As the mind directs, so the world takes form." The manifestation of sexual energy is not a trick of magic, but the natural flow of universal law. The alchemy of sexual energy is not a work of fiction or fantasy. In medieval Europe, alchemists whispered of a forbidden manuscript, one that described the secret ritual of awakening the philosopher's stone through sexual energy. They believed this primal force could not only transmute metals, but also refine the human soul itself. In the early 20th century, the renowned occultist Aleister Crowley placed sexual energy at the heart of his system of magic of the will. His rituals shocked the Western world, earning him the title, the most dangerous man of the 20th century. What these seekers pursued was never mere physical pleasure. It was the key to higher dimensions of existence. Even in the modern age, the transmutation of sexual energy continues quietly beneath the surface. A well-known musician once revealed in an interview that after a period of deliberate celibacy and inner discipline, inspiration began to surge through him like a flood. He composed 3 full albums within a single month. Many entrepreneurs and inventors experience the same phenomenon without realizing it. They are unconsciously transforming sexual energy into pure willpower and creative force. These stories remind us that the alchemy of sexual energy is not a forbidden art, but a profound inner discipline. Yet, as with all great powers, the greater the potential, the greater the peril. Before attempting to harness this energy, we must first understand its dangers and the common pitfalls that have led many seekers astray. In the esoteric tradition, there is an ancient warning. The unpurified flame will consume the one who wields it. Sexual energy is among the most powerful creative forces in the universe. But when it is driven by greed, obsession, or anger, it turns volatile. Instead of elevating the practitioner, it drags them downward into chaos, shadow, and inner darkness. Mistake number 1, blind suppression. Many beginners believe that preserving sexual energy means completely suppressing desire. But repressed energy doesn't vanish. It hides beneath the surface, waiting to erupt through emotional instability, anxiety, or even physical illness. True preservation is not about denial or forced abstinence. It is about awareness and guidance, learning to direct the energy consciously rather than locking it away. Mistake number 2. Indulgent excess. The opposite extreme is the reckless misuse of desire, indulging in physical pleasure under the guise of sexual energy. In the end, the energy is drained, the body grows dull, and the soul slowly withers. Remember, the essence of sexual energy alchemy is neither repression nor indulgence. It is balance and awakening. Only by purifying your heart can you safely harness this power. Sexual energy alchemy is not about repression nor indulgence. It is about awakening. Preserve your sexual energy, refine it through meditation and sacred practice, transforming desire into pure creative force. Then, direct that energy toward your deepest intentions and soul's purpose. When your heart resonates with the rhythm of the cosmos, reality itself will begin to shift. If you could transform your deepest desires into pure creative power, what would you choose to manifest in this world? Share it in the comments. Let's witness the birth of your creation together. Thank you for joining our exploration. If the call of the stars moved you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until we meet again in the astral sanctum.